The Destiny story has gotten even more insane over the past couple days. He has now made multiple other responses in his offline chat, accusing Pixie, the initial victim of this whole situation, of being money hungry, along with saying his worst crime is just being a gooner and even more wild messages. If you're not caught up, Pixie accused Destiny of sending her nudes to other people unconsensually. We've also gotten even more text messages and updates from the two women who initially came out against Destiny, along with not so erudite unfollowing Destiny and crazy comments made by Dan about how Destiny was a horrible husband. Welcome to the Internet versus Destiny, Part 2. To start out, we'll go to this Dexerto tweet which got a lot of backlash because of the way that they worded it, where they say, Destiny has denied accusations that he deliberately leaked a woman's private images, claiming the leak happened without his knowledge, consent, or authorization. And Eli replies, it's multiple S-tapes of multiple women and a man, not just images. He didn't leak them to the public, just spread them carelessly to some anonymous woman on Discord. And we get an image here. Allegedly, this is the context to Pixie's video being sent, the girl we covered in Part 1, who was the initial one to come out about the allegation. And it starts off with Destiny saying, I don't think I have much BJ stuff recorded, lol. And Rose, the girl he sends all these images and videos to, says, it's fine, hee. And Destiny says, ooh, there was a girl once. She was young, so she was kind of new and it wasn't that good, but she would just hold on to me and tongue the head a lot, which actually ended up feeling good, lol. But no shot. Do you want that vid? And Rose says, I'd love it, OMG. And then Destiny sends the video. Nicholas Durio responds to Dexero's framing in the original tweet by saying, how else would you describe sharing your friend's S-tape with a random OnlyFans whore other than deliberate? Unless Dexero's post title department doesn't think sharing illicit S material on DMs with essentially a stranger is leaking it. Third Coyote responds, he didn't leak it. He intentionally shared it with a 19-year-old. He told her no leaking to public and then it gets leaked from her. Lol. And Diorio responds, he didn't leak it, he only leaked it. Pixie herself then replies to Dexerto and says, why is this title focused on him denying the allegations and not the fact that multiple women are making allegations? She then quote tweets Dexerto with some DMs we read in Part 1, where Destiny is responding to someone saying that he distributed it non-consensually, and he says, yeah, I know. Along with another image where Destiny messages Pixie and says that there is literally zero excuse. She continues her thread by saying, he 100% leaked it to another girl, a third party, without my consent. I'm not saying Dexerto is trying to sweep for Destiny, but it's really weird their tweet didn't focus on the other side of the story, / just focused on him denying the claims. They don't even mention his own post admits to the non-consensual sharing. Caseytron replies to Pixie by saying, you're up against the Destiny misinformation machine. He has built a relationship with news outlets like Dexerto and LSF for years to cover up the numerous fucked up things he's done. He is a malicious, sociopathic narcissist and does not deserve an ounce of empathy from you. And Pixie replies, even the title is insane. Why is the title about him denying it versus the fact that multiple women are levying allegations against him? He even admits to the accusation. The first screenshot is from his own Reddit post. And Caseytron replies, this entire space is built around a boys club type atmosphere and they will always do their best to uphold it. Just look at how any of Destiny's friends have covered it versus how they covered Depp versus Heard. Destiny then had a lot of messages to send to the offline chat when Nick Diorio tweets them out with the caption, Destiny is crashing out. Genuinely never seen this before. His motto is always stream through it. And he attaches DMs of Destiny where it starts off with him saying, I don't care. People can describe things however they want, like we did in 2024. My only real area of interest is politics and stuff going forward. I've been out of the drama / interpersonal game for a long time. They can do all that on JStalk streams. Then he IP bans 3 people and continues saying, therapy, lolw. Like I said, if I need therapy, then so do like 100 other streamers. The reality is, ever since I've started my Vivans, my desire for any of these types of interactions has fallen off a cliff. That's why all of this shit is pre-2024. Then he talks about some politics stuff and bans 2 more people and continues saying, anyway, like I said before, I've definitely made mistakes and fucked up. All I can do is promise to do better and change behavior going forward. I'll figure out and settle what needs to be settled in the background. If it's not too much, then leave. If not, then welcome to 2025. In fact, it's actually super epic and hilarious when vids of guys get leaked or when you tweet out random sexual details like 15-2 to epically own them publicly. Then he replies to someone and says, no, that's not true. Men are never damaged by any of this stuff. Pixie and the people behind her just want money, so there's no point in going after the hacker. He's probably some broke loser anyway, so they aren't even mentioning him. There's a huge revenge P angle for sure, but that's from the guy who dumped everything publicly. Anyone saying anything different is actually fucking retarded. I have never done anything maliciously, or as any of the fucking insane Lav / Mr. Girl / JStalk allegations say. That's fucking retarded. My only crime is being too much of a gooner in 2023 and earlier, 100% sure. Though again, I can't say anything specifically because everyone wants to come at me in courts now, I guess. The Yacht Block responds, gotta love it when people hire lawyers and proceed to speak in a manner that their lawyers would never want them to speak in. Fascinating. Martin Ernst says, Epstein's permanent registered S offender arc. Alex quotes Nick DiOrio and says, reminder that Destiny was doing all of this during the Red Pill arc, in one breath calling Tate abusive and manipulative, and in the other gaslighting the fuck out of Melina and sending unconsensual gooner files to anyone who'd accept them. Trev replies, this is bad, but it's nowhere near comparable to Andrew Tate trafficking young women and minors. And Alex replies, not at all what I said. And the Red Pill arc wasn't just Tate. He was just a part of it. The general discussion during the Red Pill arc was about consent, misogyny, and all while he was being abusive to the women around him during that time behind the scenes. Queeman quote tweets Nick DiOrio and says, hi, I need an expert psycho magician to explain to me where the remorseful part is here, and adds Not So Erudite, one of the women we talked about in part 1 who had allegations that she was helping cover up for Destiny. The Ebony Maw then tweets out, Destiny over here threatening us all with a good time, and attaches a DM of Destiny saying, bro, if I need to go on the S offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? Lol W. Octoman replies, I will stop, not like or retweet a single Destiny cuck joke for a full year if Hassan goes to prison because of him. K Marika says, he knows 20 S offenders and has said nothing. Wanderous Room says, is he implying they were having Diddy parties? Because otherwise I don't see a reason they would be on the registry. Grums tweets out, if Destiny is claiming he knows 20 streamers who are S offenders, why isn't he reporting them to the police? Or at the very least Twitch for investigation? And Hooks replies, because he is actively protecting himself by holding them hostage, so he himself doesn't get into legal trouble for being a S offender. It's something like the concept of mutually assured destruction, but on an influencer scale. Justin says, his offer is acceptable. They can all share a jail together. JStalk also posts the image and says, I can't believe I'm being accused of being malicious with other people's P images / video / audio. If I go down for it, I will retaliate by exposing the S endeavors of my fellow streamers. Remorseful, by the way. And Nick DiOrio says, I'm starting to get the Destiny memes. And Greenpilled says, Destiny has a better ring to it. Chaeiry also screenshots this image and says, I do not care if we are friends, enemies, strangers. If we disagree politically, debated harshly, I do not care. If you have dismissed me, wrote me off as mentally ill in the past, or if I've made brutal criticisms of your behavior, I do not care. These are not unforgivable crimes to me. I empathize with anyone who is insecure and concerned to throw stones in glass houses. Do not let this man scare you or threaten you into thinking you are the same as him. Do not let Destiny make you think your silence or support of him up to this point, or at any point, is a scarlet A on your name forever. I know what he has done to me, and I know who did it. Chaeiry also tweets out another message that Destiny sent, where he says, also, just a heads up, JStalk gets a ton of money per viewer on his Kick channel, so when you watch on that channel, you are enriching him greatly. And she says, Destiny is continuing to target my friend JStalk and retaliate against the stream we co-hosted for the last year because he has been defending and supporting me. Ergo replies, honestly, I hope Destiny pays huge financial penalties and goes to jail, but I'm quickly hating this turning into another drama cycle. It makes it feel less serious than it actually deserves. And Chaeiry replies, that is why I went to the police and why my focus is there. But while I go through that process, I do not want JStalk to be a target to harass. His streaming career is serious to me, and I hope calling it out will help. Kristen Ark tweets out this photo of Destiny, Vosh, and Keffels and captions it, this photo is haunted. Destiny sent revenge P of friends to a random Vosh, jerked off to Lolicon and horse Keffels, fraud, pink pilling kids. The left streamers are down bad. All they have left is Hassan. Yikes. Take your bets on when Hassan has a major crash out. Luigi tweets out, streamer Destiny accuses Lily Phillips of stealing his idea to sleep with 1,000 men in a day. Jessica Pizzle tweets out a meme that says what we expected versus what we got. And under what we expected is Destiny saying, guys, I have no excuse. I fucked up bad. Not only did I betray my friend's trust, but because of what I did, this will follow them for the rest of their lives. I was irresponsible. I was selfish. I should have known better. I should have been better. I can only commit to doing better. To being better better in the future and will do whatever it takes to make up to those that I've hurt. And what we got, showing some of the messages we read earlier and the captions. I'm just too much of a gooner, lol. I'm actually a victim too if you think about it. They're just after my money. Everyone else does it too, so it's not that bad, lol. IP ban. Destiny then returns to Twitter saying, me getting ready for my return stream, and attaches this video of an Amazon shopping cart with a Dr. Disrespect outfit in the checkout. Richard replies, the correct answer is to post your way through this controversy. Ultra Lib says, as long as you take accountability and be honest and humble, then hopefully we can move on. And Black Tar Pit replies, yeah, he seems so remorseful. Omniwatcher says, this shit is not funny, bro. And Myron Gaines laughs and says, this was actually funny. Derpy Yerpy quote tweets the post and says, this shows Destiny's remorse and emotional maturity in a nutshell. He's arrogant, has the maturity of an edgelord teenager, and truly feels untouchable. It's just so tone deaf and disrespectful with what's going on. If you support this guy, you no longer have a moral high ground. Ever. Kinda Criminal tweets out this clip with the caption, Destiny denies allegations of secretly recording people during S, from March 27th, 2024.
What's this stuff Lauren keeps saying about you recording people in your apartment? So when Lauren says that over and over again, she's referring to one conversation that I recorded between me and somebody else that had to do with a lot of Melina stuff. Again, in my mind, if somebody's gonna fuck me over or do some really weird, shady, fucked up shit, maybe, theoretically, I might record a conversation, you know, just because I want this to, if for no other reason, to go back through my own personal records to see what people have said, okay? The way that Lauren keeps saying this is that, like, is implying that I'm, like, recording me fucking people or recording me, like sexual stuff or something like that. That's how she, like, implies it. I don't know if she's gonna say, oh, I didn't imply that. I mean, he was a nasty person, just like a mean, bad person or whatever, but I'm like, okay. But yeah, that's when Lauren says that over and over again, that's what she's referring to.
Augier FC quote tweets this and says, literally everything this guy says is a complete lie, and I'm so glad he's getting destroyed. Augier FC also tweets out, DGG Cope has gone from, who cares what Destiny did? We just elected a into the White House. We need our omni-liberal daddy to save the West. To now, well, Dr. P still has a career, so we'll make it through. Attaching a message of Dan saying, I mean, Doc Disrespect is still alive and streaming. Dixerdo then tweets out that a police report has been filed against Destiny by a fellow streamer who claims he shared an intimate recording of her without consent, which we covered in part 1 of this series. And Suarez replies saying, this is insane, bro, and attaches an image of a YouTube video Destiny posted titled, Destiny addresses his divorce, and a comment saying, Destiny, why did your marriage fail? And Destiny responds, not sure. There hasn't been any studies conducted yet. Hassan then quote tweets this post and says, judge me by my enemies. Jugaku Live replies, the Hassan hater to horrible person pipeline going strong. Perils replies, how are the Destiny fans coping? And Ali replies, lol, some are saying that his work in politics is too important, and this shouldn't ruin his political platform. Oscarus quote tweets Hassan and says, doesn't post Pixie's link, doesn't address the victims at all, somehow makes it about himself. Chaeiry then gives an update to her situation, which we covered in part 1, where she says, I will not post my own revenge pee online. I showed parts of it to my friend to show him what was sent to me and ask for help. He is now being harassed for supporting and believing me. I submitted my reports and my evidence to the police this morning. It will be filed in 3 to 5 days. And despite trying my best, there was no certain way to submit the reports and keep my identity anonymous in filing. Being public is the only reason I was able to find out what happened to me, but I am worried about harassment moving forward and am doing my best to do the right thing and also protect myself. Mr. B replies, stop entertaining these people. He has many fans right now who are on monumental amounts of cope, unwilling or unable to accept the reality of the past few days. Their messiah is a weirdo and they can't handle it. Do not open yourself up to their tantrums. Omni Icarus posts in Destiny's X community a message from Destiny where he says, also, regardless of anyone sipping for me or attacking me or whatever in here, if any of you ever defend sending material to people without their explicit consent or anything like that, I'm banning you. Don't end up defending retarded shit just because you're defending your streamer fan or something like that. CXE says, do as I say, not as I do. Something I think Steven has said in the past. RIP. Retro Demon says, that's cool and all. He should also stop calling Pixie money hungry. Pixie tweets out, to all the people claiming that I only cared about personal profit and that Destiny tried to make things right, here's some DMs between Destiny and a close friend of his. Destiny knew about these DMs and never got back to me. And it starts off with DMs of Pixie saying, it is that I don't think if Steven faces consequences, he will change and he will do this again. If he wants, he can donate the money to charity or some organization. I just think that other than jail, or even more than jail from the studies I've read, money is the strongest reinforcer and losing it is the strongest punishment. punishment. I do not believe he will stop his actions unless if he faces some level of punishment. And then she attaches the text messages about penance, which we read in part 1. Basically saying Steven needs to pay a penance. She continues her thread saying, I also want to say Kyla was one of the few that reached out to me consistently and wasn't going behind my back sending DMs to other people. While others were shit-talking me to Destiny and downplaying his actions, Kyla texted me every other day asking if I was okay. There is a Ghislaine Maxwell in this situation, but it's not her. Egon posts in the Destiny X community and says, Dan confirms that Destiny was a bad husband to Melina and told her to not stay if he's being a
when he was like, I'll say this also. I think Steven was a fucking really shitty husband to Melina. Okay? I'm coming out here saying it right now. I don't think Steve would deny it either, but it's not good the way that he was. Like, I talked with Melina a lot of times and she was crying and miserable and everything else. And Steve would say, what do you want me to say? I'm a selfish motherfucker. That's why I'm in the relationship that I'm in, the way that I do things that I'm in. And Melina, like, really was hurt by it. And I think, like, she was like, you know, what should I do? Should I leave? And I'll tell you this, I never was like, I was never like, no, you should stay and make things out. I told her multiple times, like, listen, if you feel like this is a relationship, get the fuck out of there immediately. So, I just want to put it out there that it's not like this is a one-time thing for me of going against Steve.
Elote Man replies, now clip the entire stream where he was sweeping for Destiny and attacking all the former orbiters, lol. Shamu tweets out, NSE, not so erudite, has unfollowed Destiny on Twitter. This comes after the Revenge P allegations have been levied at Destiny by multiple women over the past week. Then Destiny makes this tweet, which unfortunately for YouTube TOS, I'm going to have to tread carefully. They heavily banned this topic, so pardon me. He mentions a specific person who was involved in a crime involving a CEO of a healthcare company and says that person went after the wrong CEO, quoting an article talking about President Trump's response to the California wildfires. Kaguya's Top Gal replies, bro, that's the least of your concerns right now. Snuffa Thoughts replies, aren't you currently harboring info on 20 S offenders to keep them safe? Ibton says, aren't you currently getting sued because of Revenge P? Josh Moon then quote tweets him and says, is this guy an actual fucking retard? Gerald A then adds the FBI quote tweeting Destiny, and Destiny responds, I thought joking was allowed on X again. What happened? With crying emojis and baby bottles. Akka replies, no idea why you aren't banned yet. Entity says, Destiny's shtick is becoming so boring. It's the same thing again and again. Make an inflammatory statement, wait for a response calling it out, and then criticize them for being a hypocrite. Dude, we know. Everyone is a hypocrite. Augur FC quotes Destiny and says, this is Bo Black's tier troll tweeting. And GM replies, of course he chose the fucking baby bottles. Kinocopter responds to Augie by saying, I know Turkey Tom has pics of Destiny in a dress. Did he show them to you? And Augie responds with this photo in the caption, why do you think him and Hassan were so close? And Sweetie Squad Marcy says, now wait a minute, Hassan, no. Lazy Shell posts this art and says, don't be a Destiny. Follow the hat. The hat will be your guide. Think before you sleep tweets out, man, Destiny has really gone downhill over the past 6 to 7 months. He's making Hassan look like a decent human being. Nick Diuro posts, Destiny entered politics, created Vosh and Hassan, lost control of them, and then blew himself up. Possum Review says, I'm starting to think Destiny might be worse than Onision, but that might be because I don't remember everything Onision did. Josh Girl tweets out another message from Destiny with a caption, Destiny doesn't see any wrongdoing in what he did. He just sees it as a blemish on his career that he'd like to keep as small as possible. I hope he keeps posting through it and making himself look worse. And a screenshot of Destiny saying in his chat, no, but I have to pick my battles, and I just don't want to keep anyone around me who is friendly with people who are voraciously looking to devour my career and shit. And Chaotic Cosmonaut says, how is a person so detached from reality? And Hellbent tweets out, Bo Black's faked having BPD, Boogie faked having cancer, Destiny faked having morals. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next episode.